What happens when the world's most beloved fictional lion meets the greatest real-life king of the African plains? This isn't just about strength, it's a clash of myth and reality. On one side, Simba, the Prince of Pride Rock, a symbol of destiny and redemption, whose journey is a tale of loss, courage, and reclaiming a stolen birthright. On the other, Scarface, a real lion of Kenya's Maasai Mara, marked by a battle scar, who ruled his territory for over a decade through sheer resilience and power. Simba embodies our ideals, noble, just, and destined to restore balance. Scarface represents the raw, untamed struggle for survival, his reign earned through constant battle. So, who truly deserves the title of Lion King, the hero of legend or the warrior of the wild? Let's explore their lives, strengths, and legacies to find out. Simba's story begins with promise. Born to King Mufasa, he is welcomed as the future of the Pride Lands, a symbol of hope and continuity for all the animals who gather to witness his arrival. Presented to the kingdom atop Pride Rock, Simba is introduced to the circle of life where every creature has a role and a responsibility. His early days are filled with playful adventures and important lessons from his father, who teaches him about leadership, respect, and the delicate balance that sustains their world. But tragedy strikes. Manipulated by his uncle Scar, Simba is led to believe he caused his father's death. Overwhelmed by guilt and fear, he flees into exile, abandoning his family and the destiny he was born to fulfill. In exile, Simba finds unlikely friends in Timon and Pumbaa. Together they teach him to embrace Hakuna Matata, a life free from worries where the past is forgotten and only the present matters. Years pass until Nala, his childhood friend, discovers him. She pleads for his return, revealing the devastation and suffering Scar's rule has brought to the once thriving Pride Lands. Haunted by guilt and self-doubt, Simba resists returning home, but a vision of Mufasa appears, reminding him of his true identity and the responsibilities he cannot escape. This revelation becomes his turning point. Simba finally accepts his place in the circle of life and gathers the courage to return and confront his past. The battle that follows is for more than just the throne. It's a fight for the very soul and future of the kingdom, a struggle between hope and despair. Simba confronts Scar, demanding justice for his father and the pride. In the end, Scar's own treachery and lies lead to his downfall. With Scar defeated, Simba reclaims his rightful place as king. The rains return, washing away the scars of the past, and life flourishes once more in the Pride Lands. Simba's journey is a powerful symbol of redemption, the courage to face one's past, and the strength found in accepting who you truly are. Through Simba's story we learn that true leadership means embracing responsibility, even when it feels overwhelming, and that facing our fears is the first step toward a brighter future. Scarface wasn't born into destiny. He forged his legend in the wilds of Kenya's Maasai Mara, where only the toughest survive. In a land ruled by tooth and claw, he would become a symbol of strength and resilience. Born around 2008, his early life was a daily fight for survival, not royal comfort. As a cub, Scarface faced hunger, threats from rival predators, and the constant uncertainty of the wild. Every day was a lesson in endurance. His iconic scar came from a brutal territorial battle at age 4, marking him as a survivor. That wound, slashed across his right eye, became his signature, an emblem of the battles he'd fought and won. Scarface rose to power as leader of the Four Musketeers, a coalition that dominated the Marsh Pride's vast territory. Together, they formed an unbreakable brotherhood, patrolling the savannah and defending their domain. Their reign was built on teamwork, strength, and relentless defense against rivals. The Musketeers faced constant challenges, but their unity made them nearly unstoppable. Scarface stood out for his charisma and presence, drawing wildlife enthusiasts from around the world. His fame spread far beyond the Mara, inspiring awe in all who saw him. He survived countless injuries, including a buffalo attack that left him with a limp, yet his authority endured. Each scar told a story of survival, and he wore them with pride. For over a decade he ruled, a remarkable feat for a wild male lion. His longevity was rare, a testament to his cunning and strength in a world where few make it so far. His death in 2021 was peaceful, ending a reign defined by resilience and power. Scarface's legacy lives on in the memories of those who witnessed his journey. Scarface's life was a testament to the harsh realities of the wild, where every day was a battle. He faced adversity with courage, never backing down from a challenge. He became a living icon, his story etched in the landscape of Africa, inspiring generations to come with his indomitable spirit. Simba's Pride Lands are a mythical kingdom, lush, balanced, and ruled by clear morality. The land thrives under just leadership. When evil reigns, it withers, only to be restored by the rightful king. This world is symbolic, where nature responds to virtue and the king's roar brings harmony. In contrast, Scarface's Maasai Mara is real, vast, unpredictable, and indifferent to who rules. Here, survival is the only law. Droughts, floods, and predators shape every life. A lion's reign is earned, not inherited, and must be defended constantly. Scarface and his coalition fought bloody battles for territory, facing threats from rivals and humans alike. The Mara's cycles of abundance and hardship are dictated by nature, not destiny. Conservation, tourism, and poaching are ever-present realities. Scarface's kingdom was no fairy tale, only the strongest and most adaptable survived. The contrast reveals the difference between a world of ideals and the unforgiving truth of the wild. Simba's greatest strength is his heart. His compassion and empathy set him apart from other lions. He shows courage, nobility, and the willingness to grow from his mistakes, even when the path is uncertain or frightening. Guided by Mufasa's wisdom and the unwavering support of friends like Nala and Timon, Simba learns to unite his pride and restore balance to the land. His physical prowess and natural leadership inspire deep loyalty, making others believe in his vision for a better future. Yet, his youth is marked by naivety and a tendency to run from problems, especially when overwhelmed by guilt or fear. Simba's exile, driven by guilt and self-doubt, could have meant permanent loss in the real world, where second chances are rare. Scarface's strength was his resilience, surviving brutal injuries, leading a coalition, and never backing down from a challenge. For over a decade, he defended his territory, and his fame brought a measure of protection from rivals and threats. But his life was a constant struggle, filled with battles for dominance and survival in a harsh, unforgiving environment. His body bore the scars of countless fights, each one a testament to his will to endure. Scarface's rule was based on dominance, not morality. He relied on strength and intimidation to maintain his position. In his world, any sign of weakness could mean death, and there was little room for mercy or vulnerability. His greatest weakness was inevitable. No lion can escape the slow decline of age. As Scarface grew older, the loss of physical power made him vulnerable, and the world he fought so hard to control began to slip away. Simba's story is one of redemption and idealism, a journey from self-doubt to self-acceptance and hope. Scarface's is a tale of survival and raw strength, where every day is a battle to hold on to power. Both lions embody different kinds of power, one shaped by the ideals of story, the other forged by the realities of the wild. Their strengths and weaknesses reflect the worlds they inhabit, each shaped by unique challenges and opportunities. In the end, each lion's legacy is defined by how they faced their greatest challenges, and the mark they left on their world. Picture a clearing in the African savanna. Simba and Scarface meet, two kings from different worlds. Simba, in his prime, strides with confidence, embodying justice and the ideals of the Pride Lands. He expects respect, perhaps even a code of honor between kings. Scarface emerges, limping but formidable, his scar a testament to countless battles. He sees not a fellow king but a rival, a threat to his territory and pride. Simba might roar, expecting unity. Scarface hears only a challenge. For Scarface, survival and dominance are all that matter. No speeches, just a low warning growl. Tension crackles, a fight is inevitable. Simba fights for legacy and justice, his moves powerful and righteous. Scarface fights for survival, his technique ruthless and efficient. In this world, there are no rules, only the will to win. The encounter is a clash of ideals versus reality, heroism versus hard-earned dominance. Simba's legacy is immortal, a story of hope, redemption, and the hero's journey. His tale teaches us about facing the past, embracing responsibility, and restoring balance. Simba is the king of our imagination, a symbol of ideal leadership and enduring inspiration. Scarface's legacy is written in the wild, his DNA, his scars, and the memories of those who witnessed his reign. He embodied the untamed spirit of Africa, surviving against all odds. Scarface became an ambassador for his species, drawing attention to lion conservation. His story inspired empathy and action, reminding us of the real-life dramas unfolding in nature. Both lions left indelible marks, one in legend, the other in the dust of the savannah. Their legacies challenge us to value both the power of story and the reality of the wild. We admire Simba because his story resonates. He's a hero we relate to, overcoming loss and fear to claim his destiny. His journey mirrors our own struggles, offering hope that good can triumph over evil. Simba's world is accessible, his virtues human, making him a role model in a lion's body. Scarface, by contrast, captivates us because he is truly wild, untamed, resilient, and authentic. His scars and struggles are badges of honor, proof of a life lived on the edge. We followed his real-life drama, forging a personal connection through stories and images. Scarface reminds us of nature's raw beauty and unforgiving reality. Admiring him is to respect the wild's resilience and power. Both lions fulfill our need for connection, one through myth, the other through reality. In them, we see both the world as we wish it and as it truly is. So, who is the true Lion King? The answer isn't simple. Simba is the king of our hearts, a symbol of hope, justice, and the power of story. His reign is one of ideals, inspiring generations with lessons of courage and redemption. Scarface is the king of reality. His rule earned through strength, endurance, and survival. He represents the wild's unforgiving truth, a monarch whose legacy is written in scars, not stories. Perhaps the title depends on what we seek, inspiration in myth or authenticity and resilience. Both are kings in their own domains, one of legend, one of the savannah. The real question is, which kingdom do you value more? In the sun-drenched Maasai Mara, legends are not just written, they're lived. No legend looms larger than Scarface, the Lion King, an emblem of resilience and Africa's untamed spirit. Scarface wasn't born a king, he earned his crown through sheer will and an unyielding spirit. For over a decade, he commanded respect from his pride and from all who traveled to witness him. His distinctive scar, a mark of a battle fought and won, gave him an air of rugged charisma and authority. Scarface became the face of the Mara, a wild celebrity whose every move was followed by a global audience. His legacy is one of endurance and inspiration, a narrative that continues to fuel conservation efforts and awe for the wild. Scarface, who was first known as Halftail, entered the world in 2008 as part of the legendary Marsh Pride in Kenya's Maasai Mara. He was born alongside three brothers, Hunter, Marani, and Sikio, each destined to play a crucial role in the pride's future. From their earliest days, the four cubs were inseparable, tumbling through the tall grasses, learning to stalk, pounce, and play under the watchful eyes of their mother and aunts. The bond they formed in those formative months would become the foundation of one of the most formidable coalitions the Mara had ever seen. Their playful rivalry and teamwork as cubs forged a deep connection, teaching them the skills and trust they would need to survive and thrive in the wild. Even as youngsters, their personalities began to emerge. Scarface was bold and curious, often leading his brothers into new adventures. But the path to greatness is never easy. At just 4 years old, Scarface's life changed forever. During a territorial dispute, a Maasai warrior's spear struck him above the right eye, leaving a deep, bloody gash. The injury was severe, and for days, his survival hung in the balance. Against all odds, Scarface pulled through. The wound slowly healed, leaving behind a jagged, unmistakable scar that would become his namesake. This mark transformed him, turning a near-fatal encounter into the very thing that set him apart from every other lion in Africa. In the world of lions, scars are more than just reminders of past battles. They are badges of honor, proof of survival in a harsh and unforgiving land. Scarface's wound became a symbol of his courage, resilience, and ability to overcome adversity. The scar set him apart, making him instantly recognizable among the lions of the Mara. It was a mark that told a story of pain, perseverance, and triumph, transforming him from just another young male into a living legend. From that moment on, he was no longer Halftail. He was Scarface, the lion who had stared death in the face and walked away stronger. His intense gaze and confident stride became the stuff of legend. As his reputation grew, Scarface and his brothers became a force to be reckoned with. Together, they patrolled their territory, challenging rivals and defending their pride with unmatched determination. The scar was more than just a physical mark. It was the final piece of his legend, a testament to the inner strength and spirit that would make Scarface unforgettable for generations to come. In the world of male lions, survival is a relentless battle, and the odds are stacked against those who walk alone. For these apex predators, strength in numbers is not just an advantage, it is a necessity. The African savanna is a place of constant danger, where rival coalitions and lurking threats test every lion's resolve. Scarface and his brothers, Hunter, Marani, and Sikio, rose above the rest, forging a bond that would become legendary. Together they were known as the Four Musketeers, a coalition whose name would echo across the Maasai Mara for years to come. As a united force, they patrolled vast territories, their presence alone enough to send rivals fleeing. Their power was not just in their numbers, but in their ability to work as one, conquering new lands, defending their domain, and securing the right to mate with multiple prides. Their reputation grew with every victory, and their influence stretched far beyond their borders. Each brother brought something unique to the coalition. Hunter, with his fierce aggression, led the charge in battle. Marani, the steadfast fighter, stood his ground when others might falter. Sikio, ever watchful, acted as the scout, alerting the group to danger or opportunity. And at the heart of it all was Scarface, the charismatic leader, whose courage and cunning inspired loyalty. His distinctive scar became a symbol of resilience and leadership, marking him as a lion apart. Their journey began with hardship. Forced to leave their birth pride as young males, they wandered the savannah as nomads, learning to survive on their own. These years of struggle forged their skills and deepened their bond, preparing them for the challenges ahead. When the time was right, they seized their chance, claiming a territory and establishing their own kingdom. Their greatest triumph came when they reclaimed the Marsh Pride, a feat that cemented their reputation as formidable rulers. Not long after, they expanded their reign to include the Paradise Pride, further solidifying their legacy. The Four Musketeers' unity allowed them to rule over vast territories, defend their cubs from intruders, and ensure the survival of their bloodline. Their teamwork was unmatched, and their vigilance kept their prides safe from danger. In lion society, coalition is everything. A single male, no matter how strong, stands little chance against the dangers of the wild. But four brothers, united in purpose, are nearly invincible, able to withstand challenges that would break lesser lions. Scarface's reign was built on this unbreakable brotherhood. Together, they created a dynasty that would be remembered for decades, their story passed down through generations of lions and the people who watched them. Their unity was their greatest strength, a bond forged in hardship and tested in battle. It was this brotherhood that allowed Scarface to reign as king for so long, leaving a legacy that endures in the heart of the Maasai Mara. The Maasai Mara's beauty hides a daily battlefield where Scarface and his brothers fought to rule. Their territory, rich with prey, was a constant target for rival lions. Scarface and the Musketeers patrolled relentlessly, marking their domain and roaring to warn off challengers. Violent confrontations were common. Defeat meant not just lost territory but often death. Beyond rival lions, dangers included lethal prey, crocodiles, and hyena clans. Human conflict was ever present. Scarface's scar was a reminder of these risks. Survival required strength, intelligence, and luck. Scarface navigated these dangers with calm assurance, his scars a testament to the price of kingship. His reign was hard-won, defended every day in one of the world's most competitive arenas. He proved, time and again, why he was the undisputed king of the Mara. Scarface's leadership was defined by calm authority rather than aggression. Within his pride, he was often gentle, allowing cubs to play around him and creating a sense of security. His interactions with lionesses and cubs revealed a paternal side rare among dominant males. Yet when danger threatened, his focus and ferocity were unmatched. He balanced strength with serenity, earning the trust of his pride and the respect of all who observed him. Scarface was a complex character, a fearsome warrior with a gentle heart. This duality made him endlessly fascinating and beloved by those who followed his story. He embodied the ideal king, powerful, protective, and dignified. Scarface's life was a testament to resilience, his body a map of battles survived. He endured multiple spear wounds, brutal fights with rival lions, and a broken hip that left him with a limp for life. Yet, he adapted, continuing to patrol, hunt, and defend his pride. His ability to recover from devastating injuries amazed all who watched him. Scarface's survival was fueled by both physical and mental strength, a refusal to surrender. His coalition was crucial. When he was injured, his brothers protected him and the pride. This support allowed him to heal and return to power. His story is not just one of individual toughness, but of the strength found in brotherhood. Scarface survived because he was tough, and because he was never alone. His legend grew with every scar, each one a story of survival. In the age of social media, Scarface became a global icon. His striking appearance and story drew tourists from around the world, making him the highlight of any safari. Photos and videos of Scarface spread online, amassing millions of followers. His fame boosted conservation and tourism, turning him into an ambassador for African wildlife. People connected emotionally with his journey, deepening their commitment to lion conservation. Scarface's presence brought vital revenue to the Mara, supporting both conservation and local communities. His life was a real-life epic, heroic, dramatic, and deeply moving. Scarface became a symbol of wild Africa, beautiful, powerful, scarred, and resilient. All reigns end, and Scarface's final chapter was marked by a quiet, unwavering dignity. The once mighty king, whose roar had echoed across the plains, now moved with a slower, more deliberate grace. His presence, though diminished by age, still commanded respect from all who witnessed his final days. Years of battles and old wounds had left their mark. His limp grew more pronounced, and his body, once powerful, became frail and thin. Yet even as his strength faded, Scarface's spirit remained unbroken. He endured the hardships of old age with the same resilience that had defined his reign. One by one, his brothers, his loyal companions in countless struggles, were gone, leaving Scarface the last of the legendary musketeers. The vast savannah, once filled with their presence, now felt emptier, echoing with memories of their shared triumphs and losses. In his final days, Scarface walked his territory one last time, revisiting the scenes of his life. He moved through the grasslands and along the riverbanks, pausing at places where he had once fought, hunted, and ruled. Each step was a farewell to the land he had called home for so many years. Despite his vulnerability, no rival dared to challenge him. It was as if the wild itself recognized his legacy and allowed him to live out his last days in peace. The younger lions kept their distance, and even the hyenas, ever watchful, showed a rare respect. On June 11, 2021, at the remarkable age of 14, Scarface passed away peacefully, succumbing to the gentle embrace of nature. For a wild lion, such a natural death is rare, a testament to his strength and the respect he commanded. News of his passing spread far and wide, reaching not only the Maasai Mara, but the entire world. Wildlife enthusiasts, photographers, and conservationists mourned his loss, sharing stories and images that celebrated his extraordinary life. The Kenya Wildlife Service honored Scarface as a symbol of resilience, strength, and the enduring spirit of the Mara. He was more than just a lion. He was an icon, drawing visitors from across the globe and inspiring countless people to care for Africa's wild places. Scarface's peaceful end was a fitting close to a life defined by struggle, survival, and triumph. His legacy lives on in the hearts of those who witnessed his journey and in the wild lands he once ruled. The king was gone, but his story became immortal, a legend forever woven into the golden tapestry of the Maasai Mara. Scarface's death marked the end of an era, but his legacy endures. His story is a testament to resilience, his scars symbols of an unbreakable will. He showed the power of brotherhood, proving that unity is as vital as strength. Scarface's fame inspired global conservation, turning his life into a rallying cry for wildlife protection. He bridged the gap between humanity and the wild, reminding us of our shared responsibility. His spirit lives on in the Mara, in stories, photographs, and ongoing conservation efforts. Scarface was the perfect symbol of the wild, fierce, beautiful, scarred, and unconquered.